So we want to edit audio files from a CD. Turns out that audio files or tracks on a CD are CDA files, and if we try to edit those, Audacity won't let you even begin to open them. So we've learned to rip files. Using Windows Media Player, we can rip audio files to make them WMV files. But we've also learned that Audacity doesn't like WMV files. So what files will Audacity read? Well, it turns out if you click on File and Open to try to find out what files it'll read, you'll get this list. And it looks like we can get WAV files or some files I don't recognize, MP3 files. Now I know what those are. So we need to open MP3 files. And to do that, we find ourselves finding yet another tool, and that is Free Audio Converter. That's sold by or produced by DVD VideoSoft as a free download. Now, it's not completely free. There are other promoted programs that you have to decide whether you want or not, but that's the reason it's free. It's been useful for us, but by the time you see this, there may be better applications out there that are available for free or built into your operating system. So if we run that file, we get an MP3 file, which Audacity will allow you to import and edit. So now that we've got that taken care of, let's begin the editing process. To begin this project, I've opened up my music, which is where my audio conversion program placed them, and I'm after track 12, 13, and 14. And I'll open them with File, Open. I'll go to my music and try to find track 12, 13, and 14. There's my track. I'll click Open, and now I have track 12. Now, in this track, I want you to notice that we have the beginning of our song, and this is instrumental, and down here is the vocal part of our track. And we want to split these. Our project today, in this in-class assignment, is to create a CD that has both left and right channels containing just the instrumental. This particular track is used to, well, teach elementary kids how to sing and learn this song. So the music teacher has the option of playing the music and the pre-recorded voices of the audio track. The students will listen to the music so that they'll learn how to sing, and then when the teacher is ready, she'll reduce the volume of one side and play just the instrumental track for the students to sing to. But when it's time to play this at concert, they only have one track, and all of the music comes out of only one side of the speakers on stage. What we're asked to do is to take off all of the audio of this and replace it with music. But we've also noticed that this song is divided into 3 different tracks. Track 12, 13, and 14. That's so the music teacher can click on different places in the song as she teaches. And we need to splice those together, and we'll do that here too. So let's get started. First, we'll split this stereo track by clicking on the label for this track and choosing Split Stereo Track. Now that we've split it, we can delete the audio track. But before we do that, let's listen to it. Now if I play this, I can change the volume so I hear just one side, in this case, just the lyric or audio. And if I turn the music back on, I can hear just the instrumental and the music's not heard. So now we've proved that this is the lyrical side and this is the instrumental side. So let's get rid of this track by simply deleting it. Now we'll need to add the next track, track 13, and to do that I'll go over to track 13 from my music file, and I'll just drag it over and drop it right on Audacity. And in Audacity, scroll down, and as before, I'll split the track, delete this track. Now I need to append this or put this at the end of this file. To do that, I just simply select it, copy it, move my pointer right up here, and paste it. And now that it's up there, oh, wait a second, I have this gap right here. I'll put my pointer right on that gap so I don't lose track. I'm done with track 13, but I need to zoom in and see what I've done. So I'll click the zoom in tool, and there's a space between. Well, this gap will create a problem in the timing and also in the sound of our audio file. So we'll select that and press the delete key and delete it. So now it's gone. I have now tracks 12 and 13 spliced together. I need to go get 14 and do the same thing. Okay, now it's together, and I've learned from before that I need to find this spot where I was at and zoom in and look for it. There it is, the gap. I'll zoom in some more and delete that gap in the music, and it's done. So now I have tracks 12, 13, and 14, and this looks like, well, let's zoom back out. This looks like the completed song, beginning to end. But I only have it on one side, or one track. I need to duplicate this track. And to do that, I need to select this track. I do that by clicking this gray area here. And then going to Edit. Under Edit, I'll click Duplicate. Now I have two of them. And if I go up here to the upper track and choose the options, I can tell it to make stereo track. So now I have both a left and a right again, and it's all instrumental of our music. I should listen to this once, just to make sure nothing's missing and there's no errors before I export it. So I'll do that now. Well, that sounded okay. So I guess I'm done. Now I'm ready to export. To export, well, before we export, let's save this project because we may have to come back and make a change. So I'm going to call this HHH for now. Now this AUP file, this Audacity file, is not an audio file. I'm only saving a script of how to make this particular audio mix. Okay. The only time you get an actual audio file is when you export it. So if I click on File and Export, I can export it as a WAV file or as an MP3 file. Your program may have you export it and choose from a list of what kind of file.